FNAF isn't really known for its safe offices. Some offices are more dangerous than others, and in this video I will be ranking every single office in terms of its safety. So with that, let's get straight into the video. The FNAF 6 office is pretty much death. Some of the other offices have at least safety. This one, you are just in a room with 2 vents either side of you, and in these vents are roaming animatronics. This isn't even the only bad thing about this office. The other thing is the temperature. As you can imagine, an office like this has pretty much no ventilation, so the animatronics aren't even the only threat. You need to worry about keeping your temperature down, or you will risk overheating and potentially dying. I don't know how Fazbear Entertainment got away with this absolute monstrosity of an office, but I guess they somehow did. This is one of the most absolutely disgusting offices I've ever seen. The whole area is covered by green moss, and not only that, there is no doors to protect you, so if Springtrap decides, hey, I'm gonna come down to your office, you have no way in defending yourself. Your best hope in surviving this is grabbing that guitar and fighting Springtrap. Beside that, I think there's a vent to your right in the help wanted version, so if you want to try and run for your life, go for it, but this office is not looking too good. The ventilation in there is not really too good. You might start hallucinating, potentially seeing some animatronics that are not in the game, so if that happens, you're screwed, but this office is definitely not one I would want to be in. This next one I don't think is actually an office, but instead a safety hideout, because your only defense are these wood barricades that when you're dealing with 4 nightmare animatronics and potentially a massive Freddy guy, you're not surviving this one. There is a nice spot underneath the desk in front of you, but I don't think that's gonna do much when you're dealing with these type of animatronics, and it's safe to say that if you're ever in this situation, your best chance at survival is to just run. If the massive danger symbols on top of the hallway in front of you is not a clear indicator that this office is a death sentence. Look, there are some TVs to the side of the office, so if you are feeling a little bit majestic, you could try hide in one of those, but it's pretty much safe to say that you're not surviving this one. There is a cup of soda in front of you next to the fan, so if you do want to try and grab that and throw that at the animatronics, they could malfunction, but it doesn't seem like it's much water. Your best chance in surviving this office is, well, you can't really run, because if you've seen my free roam FNAF 2 video, yeah, it doesn't end well. So yeah, not an ideal office to be in. This isn't really an office, but a bedroom, but I think FNAF 4 is not as bad as it seems. You have a closet, and if Foxy isn't in the closet with you, could be a decent hiding spot. Beside that, you could try hiding under the bed. Then again, Freddy's under there, so you're gonna have to be very persuasive to not let him jump scare you. And there's no windows, so you can't really just jump out of a window here. You are permanently stuck in this bedroom. There's no really good areas to hide beside the closet and, as I said, the bed. You could try hide, I guess, where the cupboard is. Maybe like try and make yourself a little barricade with the cupboards if you're strong enough, but beside that, it's not looking good for you. Look, now we get into the actual juicy ones. These are offices that I would say classify as somewhat survivable. The other ones are, yeah, they're not too good. See, with this office, look, it doesn't look too appealing, but then again, if you try and hide underneath the desk in front of you, there is a little, like, I can't really make out what that is, but it's kind of like a drawer. Try get yourself in there, potentially grab those TVs and block yourself off. If you're lucky and let's say Ened doesn't see you, you might survive. But beside that, you're not really working with much. Again, there's a soda can, so potentially if Ened is really vulnerable to water, then you can try use that, but yeah, you might survive this one if you're lucky. Look, this is the OG office, and it is not really as bad as it seems. There is 2 doors to keep you somewhat safe, but let's say the power's out, Freddy's at your door. How do you survive this? In the help wanted version of this office, there is actually lockers behind you, so if things get bad, you could try hide in the lockers. Beside that, there is a nice spot underneath the desk in front of you. Again, there is a soda can, so if you would like to use that, be my guest. But yeah, just yeah, don't make noise. You might survive this one. Burn Trap's office is pretty much just a big area of space. Look, if the animatronics do start chasing you, your power's out, you can't use any more power, then you could try outrun the animatronics. But beside that, there's also the Freddy power-up stations. So let's say Freddy doesn't get possessed by Burn Trap, just hide in those things for like multiple hours and you might survive this one. It's a lot better than it seems. And Ultimate Custom Night, well, look, if you're playing 50-20 or 20-50 or whatever it is, you got no chance. You're done. But if not, there's actually a lot of hiding spots. You can see that there's a desk in front of you. If you look past the fan, there's a nice spot under there. There's also the massive vents on top of you. So you could try climb those. I'm not sure where they would lead you, but yeah, this one isn't that bad. And honestly, out of all the ones I've mentioned so far, this and the Burn Trap office actually might be pretty decent to, I'd say, survive animatronics in. On screen here is one thing I hate about every single FNAF game, so check that out. If you haven't already, you might enjoy that video. And until next time, take it easy. Goodbye.